started.
Tatik 77 from United Kingdom. Okay, D4. Let's see. Maybe I can get a... Oh, I played a Nimzo. So I should probably go for a Grunfeld. Yeah, let's do it. Okay, yeah, there's different ways to play. You can just take, that's the main line. I've seen this, yeah, a couple times recently. I don't get it, really. I just don't get it. I have to look it up. I hope this game survives to the post-mortem phase. Let's see. I can take. I can defend. He is threatening to just take that pawn, isn't he? So let's take and see if he wants to give up his bishop for my knight and a little bit of damaged pawns. Apparently not. So he's going to round up the pawn with his bishop. And let's see, can I go c5 here, the characteristic Grunfeld move? If he takes, I'll bring my queen out. If he checks right away, that's a little bit annoying. So let's castle first. The checking right away prevents me from bringing my queen out to round up the pawn. Now I can play c5. If he takes, I bring the queen out. And he can't. He cannot so easily defend that his extra pawn. So he just leaves it there. So I will continue to develop. Let's see, if I play knight c6 and he pushes on with d5, what do I do then? Knight b5 maybe and round up the pawn. Okay, let's try that. Actually, knight b5 doesn't work. He can just kick it because he's got a bishop, a knight, and a queen on that square, and I have 2 knights and a queen. Yeah, so that's no good. Maybe b5 is the best move anyway, but it doesn't win the pawn. So knight b4, rather. Knight b4. There's no great follow-up. If he kicks it, I'll drop back to a6, and then he just takes it. Okay, so I have to reroute here. Come out on d7, I guess. Okay, let's kick his bishop first. I have got my open my open Grunfeld diagonal there. Okay, he's attacking this pawn. Let's see if I defend it with the knight, and he pushes on with e5. That could be annoying. Knight here. He could just keep pushing. He can push on with e5 anyway. But I'd rather have this pawn solidly defended first. Okay, so he's preventing knight g4. Maybe he's threatening e5. Let's bring the queen over here. Yep, a very strange position. I don't know the Grunfeld that well, so I'll have to look up what to do against bishop g5 and move 4. There must be a better line than this. Yeah, this just looks bad for me. So I could go back to h7, come out on g5. I could go to d7, but then it gets in the way of this knight. I could go to e8. Putting all my pieces back on the back rank. And now he hits the queen. Well, this guy is doing all the right stuff. Let's see, I can't take here just yet because his knight is on it. Okay, what next? can play bishop to a6 and threaten to win that knight. He's threatening to win this pawn. So let's think about this. If I play bishop a6, doesn't he have to react to that first? And I could defend it. And I could play king h7. Yeah, let's just go king h7 right away. Don't see any downside. Didn't see any particular upside of playing bishop a6 first there. So we will see what Tatik comes up with. In a way, I've gotten what I want from the Grunfeld, which is to lure those pawns forward. Now I have to figure out how to counterattack them. But I have the feeling that I didn't do it in the best way. Somehow I think white's just better here. But it's complicated and there's lots of pieces on the board. I just need to figure out the best way to activate my pieces. So let's start with this idea. Yeah, he really is just going to defend it there. Wow. Amazing. Okay, I can keep piling up. Get that knight off the back rank. That feels a little better. Still have to develop the queen's knight here. Yeah, I'm threatening to win a pawn there. Maybe you can just give up that pawn. It's not a big deal. Yeah, just continue on with this. No, he defended it. Well, let's reduce the material here. Give my queen a few squares to go to. So queen back to c7, where it came from, would put pressure on this e-pawn. And it also gets out of the way of this battery that he's set up here with this queen and rook. Let's see if he pushes on with d6. That seems like the most obvious move here. I will take. He takes with the pawn. If I go with the queen in front, how does he chase the queen away? With the knight coming in here, maybe? Or that move. Already setting it up. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so I need to counterattack the bishop. I can't play g5 there, hitting the bishop because of the pin from the queen. That's annoying. But the bishop is loose there. It's not defended. So I could play f6. And if he takes, I take his bishop, he takes my bishop. I take the pawn. That comes out about even. Yeah, things are kind of weak here. This pawn is loose, and my king is exposed, and this file will be open to his rook. That doesn't look good. Okay, let's see. If he plays e6, then I'll just take the bishop. So probably he's thinking about playing d6. So let's bring another piece over to look at the d6 square. Maybe I should have gone with a6 and just continued to try and liberate over here on the queen side a little bit. Especially since he took his rook off the a file. Yeah, okay, so he's defending his bishop, so now he can play e6 with tempo. So that indicates that's what he wants to play. This is adequately defended. Bishop takes, rook takes, queen takes. I need to get out of the way. I need to get out of the way of that d6 idea, though, e6 idea with the pawn push and the attack on the queen. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, he's going to exchange here. Yeah, this is going to leave my e-pawn weak. I guess that's his idea here. But he might not be able to attack it so easily. Pawn takes. I'll just trade queens here. So he's going after the g-pawn, which I need to defend. And then he grabs there with the rook. He could have done that in the other order, couldn't he have? Could have taken with the rook right away. Okay, so let's block the rook's view of the g-pawn. And see what his next trick is. Yeah, it's a tough situation for me. I think he's got way more than he should have out of that opening. But maybe I can start thinking about doing stuff here. Bishop back to c8 hits his rook. Oh, he's just threatening to win the bishop there, so I better do something about that. Because of the pin on the rook, he could have played rook takes bishop there. He can push d6. That's probably a real good move here. You know, I take with the rook, and he takes back. It unleashes this bishop against my queen. And I move the queen, he can save the rook. Yeah, so that probably wins a rook. That d6 move, unless I can find some other move. Well, maybe I can just take with the pawn. Yeah, there he goes. He found it. That's too bad. So what can I do? I can give up the queen for a rook, but it seems a little early for such desperate measures. Let's see. Bishop here, looking at f7, does not impress. It's defended. f2 rather. f2 is defended. Queen on this file also is not working because the knight is defending g2. Bishop takes knight. Just to give my queen a square to go to. Let's see. I don't have to take. Well, maybe pawn takes, and then if he moves the rook, I push the pawn. Pawn takes. If rook takes bishop, I take the rook. If the rook goes somewhere else, I can push the pawn forward and block that diagonal. So maybe that's the solution to this difficult problem. Rook takes pawn is probably the answer. Rook takes pawn, rook takes rook, threatening his queen. So bishop takes queen, rook takes queen. But rook takes pawn, rook takes rook, queen takes rook. Looks pretty strong. No, I'm not down material yet. So he's just looking for the best move. There's probably other moves too. Any rook move is pretty good here. But if he doesn't take the pawn, I am going to push on with b5. Oh, that's a weird one. That is 2 pieces for the queen, 2 ricks for the queen, unless...
Check.
The problem is, at the end, he's got queen takes g6.
Check.
Yeah, that's a good play. Good play by Tatik here. I only have 1 move. And then is that checkmate? I'll let him checkmate me. Okay, well, it was a good game. It says down here that this is only Tatik's 10th Blitz game, so he's probably underrated or something. Anyway, good game. I will upload this and do a postmortem. See you guys later. Bye.